There's a mannequin head on the floor and it disturbs me a little bit. Seek a way out! Getting more dramatic with that as the game goes on, I feel. This is a study? Oh, I thought my study was fucking terrible. Hey, I recognize this map. Hey, Jumpy! Isn't this the nautical table? Yeah, I feel like we've seen this before. New material's been added to the file screen. Cool. There are piles of crap everywhere. Man, this place is a mess. So messy, I don't even know where to start. Some of this crap looks familiar. I think a lot of these parts are puzzles we solved in the other rooms. If that's true, then this room could be Zero's laboratory. Perhaps Zero would shut himself in this room to devise machines and puzzles he'd need to see his plan come to fruition. Well, there is a dysfunctional dead there, I'm assuming. Yeah, there was a dead on the table. I'm not, like, imagining that, right? Gosh, this desk is really big and it feels really sturdy. Yeah, it does seem pretty heavy duty. I suppose it belongs to whoever used this room, wouldn't you say? Ah, we getting any more on that? The shit is this thing? There's a control panel in front of the big screen here. Wonder if any of these buttons do anything. Oh boy. Okay, we got this. There's something on the screen now. What's this? There are 15 cells here with numbers and letters in them. Let me see that. Ah, I see. So whenever you touch the cell, the ones next to it turn on and off. Just gotta use that to make the all cells to the right and the bottom of the screen green. Hey, Junpei, I found this piece of paper under that thing. You wanna take a look at it? Think it might have something to do with the puzzle. It's a piece of paper Clover gave to me. There are a bunch of numbers and letters connected by equal signs on it. Just like she said, this is probably related to the puzzle on the screen somehow. Thanks, Clover. This really helps. Alright, let's go back and try again. And it looks like I just need to make all the cells all green. Okay, I'm sorry I asked. Oh no, this is just base 10. Okay. Hey, I did it! I didn't even think about that. I just pressed buttons and hope for the best. You did it, Junpei! You're so smart! Yeah, thanks, Clover. As I said, I looked at the note once and was like, yeah, I can do this. You seem to have done an excellent job and so... Fucking hell, everyone! Stop stroking my ego, for all I did was button mash my way to victory. Just like I do with Kingdom Hearts, really. Just what I would have expected of you, Junpei. Hey, come on, you're embarrassing me. Whoa, don't get cocky, kid. We don't have time for that. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the control panel. The lid slid open and something came out. This thing? Nope. This thing? Cross emblem. Cool. It's probably a plus, but you know what? Whatever. Well, I've fixed this. Ah, I need 4 emblems. Cool. So small. Wonder what it is. I got no idea. I feel sad that the only voice that's managed to stay somewhat consistent is fucking Clover's voice. And Snake, but then again, Snake's never really been alive long enough to be here. Wonder what the hell this thing is for. Something on the front of it that looks like a compass. Junpei, it looks like there's a compass on here. Ah, now I get it. What do you mean? I guess you weren't there, Clover, but I saw the puzzle look kind of like this in the wheelhouse. Like, you just need to do the same thing here. The same thing? The important part is the nautical table we just found. I have to match with the directions on the compass with where the lines of the nautical table. I used the steering wheel in the wheelhouse, but this time I'm going to use the wheel attached to the side here. Okay, then show me! Now! Of course, madam. Maybe I ought to run through the instructions. Press stop. Alright, let's do this. So... I need to go... I feel like I need to go south first. then west. Remember this puzzle? Aren't you glad we rehashed this? Southeast. Close enough. Northeast. God damn it, no. I'm gonna have to do the whole fucking thing again, aren't I? There we go.
Yeah, you did it, Junpei.
Yeah, and I only fucked up once.
Good boy. Who's that good boy?
Ah, knock it off. Hey, we don't have time for screwing around right now. Check out the right side of the monitor. It just kind of slid open and something came out. Oh, yeah.
I heard a noise, too. You know that big box in the hole by the exit? I think it made a noise. Like something unlocking, you know?
And noise, huh? I don't think I've checked that yet. A helm emblem. This one? Cool. There's something written on these pieces of paper. It's like we got 3 sheets of stuff. New materials been added to the file screen. Nothing left. What's this thing then? About digital routes, info about Alice. Is it these? Yeah, this is what I got. Morse code. So somewhere on here there's like a Morse code thing. There are piles of crap everywhere.
This is a pretty impressive mess.
If we try and search every one of these, we're gonna be added till the cows come home. Well, if that doesn't seem too bad, we won't have to go bring them in ourselves then. Don't get smart with me, kid. How about we deal with this area later, guys? Maybe we should try something more promising. Okay, so somewhere there's... That shutter seems pretty sturdy. It's framed with black and yellow warning stripes. Alright, let's open it. Oh, shit. All ice. That's pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in there. A coffin. A coffin. Oh man, does Seven think? Yeah, he's pretty pale. He's thinking the same thing I am. No way. Could this be? I'm sorry, but what's going on?
It's a coffin! What if there's a vampire in it?
Right, I guess Clover and Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, at any rate, let's have a look around. I don't give a fuck, let me be real honest. There's a metal plaque on the coffin. Snake's touching it. All ice? Ah, the 2 machines. Gulp, holy shit. Man, this is serious. Oh well, let's open it, shall we? Clover, if you could give me a hand.
Okay, I got it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1! No, look. It doesn't seem ready to open.
Yeah, but it's not like it's screwed shut or something.
Yes, I believe it's locked in some other way.
Hey, Seven, you think you could open it up with your superhuman strength?
No,
What's wrong?
I think I'll just pass on this one, okay?
What the heck?
Very well, I'll just have to give up on the coffin for now. Let's have a look around the room a little more, shall we? Alice sleeps in the chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic. Is that actually true? No, I'm pretty sure she might have been with us this whole goddamn time. I'm saying that she's probably Juning this thing. It's just a pile of crap. There's nothing useful here. So, yeah, we've seen the drafting table.
Look, Junpei! The rust on here looks like Elvis's face!
Yeah. How exciting. Jokes. What's this red panel? Nothing. Cool. Let's just drop the emblem and steering wheel in here. Whoa. Well, now we got something on the monitors, at least. What's that? Looks like some kind of puzzle.
I wonder if these are the rules. Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected and it will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting the area will cause that ball to be moved to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls.
Okay.
You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Press the check button once you have moved all of the balls, except the red ones, which you cannot move. In order,
all the balls in the air must be... I can't do the Clover voice for extended periods of time. So, gotta make digital route to 6 and 3. Cool, without using 1 and 9. Yeah. Snake can't see the numbers, so... I need... 21 or 12 for 3. So... If I do... I didn't want that one there. Damn it. I didn't want to exit again. Yeah. I know the rules, game. Do I have to press here? I should click the keyboard. Okay. So if I do 8. I didn't think this through. Oh wait, I can use 1. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 3. And then 6 uses... Nope, that doesn't work. You cannot use this number. Cool. 6 and 3. 6 and 3. 6, I need 24. Or I need 15. Yeah, that's all, because I can't make them with just the low numbers. I'm going to need my pen and calculator again, aren't I? Well, if I try and make 15 first, so if I do like 4, 5, and 6, and then this becomes... Yeah, this becomes 21. No, it doesn't. 8. Yeah. Okay, never mind. That was easier than I thought. Okay, this is it, right?
But nothing's happening.
There are still 3 more indentations left empty. I imagine something will happen when all are filled. Doesn't that seem likely? Well, let me put my cross in. Let's put the cross in. Hey, Junpei, something's holding up on the screen.
This puzzle sure looks a lot like the last one.
Yeah, but there's more of those red balls you can't move. Okay. Yeah. I get the picture. Junpei can't do his phrases. Okay, so I need 10. So for this one I need 10 or 29. No, not 29. I think I just need 10. For this one I need 25 or 16. Oh no, 19 works as well. There we go. As soon as I realized 19 works as a digital route for 1, I was set. That's awesome, Junpei. There's only 2 left now. You can do it. Okay, now I need to work out where the fuck these things happened. These monitors hang down from the ceiling. Each screen shows a room on the ship. This is the side of the machine. The rust makes it feel rough. A pipe.
A pipe.
A pipe. There are 3 pipes here. Ventilation fans. There are metal bars covering the openings. We can't go through them. Someone was really taken in by that pipe, weren't they? Give me a P!
Give me an I!
Give me a P and an E! Fucking hell, Snake. It can't be your expression. What's that spell? Pipe! What the hell are we doing? I'm glad, like, clicking around and looking for something. Yeah, I know, I'm looking for a 3rd emblem. Some kind of little machine. Turn it upside down, it looks like a robot with its eyes popped out. There's some old-fashioned monitors. This game. It always knows. It knows. It just fucking knows. There's always, even if you're dying, there's time for an innuendo.
It's a chair. It's a chair. A chair looks nice. Mind if I take a load off?
I think you'd be doing the opposite. Okay, so, like, what have I not looked at this point? Ah, this one I haven't actually done anything with. See what happens when I... Whoa. Well, we got something on the screen at least. Huh? What is this? Now, wait a minute. I saw something like this when I figured out the Morse code puzzle back in the communications office. Morse code? Yeah. The dots on here look like dits for Morse code. There's 2 dots on the first, 4 on the second, and 1 on the last. Ah, I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, perhaps you should give it a shot anyway. Alright, I'll try. Before I do that, though, maybe I ought to run through the instructions. If I tap the button, it'll enter a dit. If I hold the button down, it will enter a da. Okay. So it was... I-H-E. I-H-E. Figured out what you're supposed to enter, Junpei. Looks like the word that's supposed to go here is 3 letters. It's got 3 lines, and I think each line is 1 letter. I see. If that's the case, then perhaps the letter you need are made up of 2 symbols, 4 symbols, and 1 symbol. Well, is that what you just said? One line has 2 spaces, the next is 4, and the last has a single. Well, E's the only one with a single dot, so... Oh no, it could be a T. Ice. That was the puzzle. It was ice. I see. It seems you've solved the puzzle, Junpei. Excellent work. The answer was ice. How did you know? All I had to do was listen for the sounds the machine made. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Ah, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere at the right end of the device after you solved the puzzle. Yep, got me another emblem. Is there anything that could have made the noise? Yeah, that's true. Ah, yes, one more thing. Heard a sound from behind the shutter. Perhaps the coffin is unlocked now. What? Well, let me put my code emblem on the thing. Let me solve your puzzle. Damn, this puzzle looks a lot like the last one. Looks like the rules are the same, though.
Don't you think you should double check it?
Come on, this is the 3rd time I've done this. It'll be fine. So this... If you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. Ah, shut up! Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. Oh, 2 7s. And I can't use 1, 3, or 9. So I need 2 lots of 16. That was easy. Excellent work, Junpei. You've only got 1 left. I can see a light at the end of our tunnel. Yeah, here. Alice! Alright, fine, I'll open it. Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. It's just a box. Oh, holy shit, this is a coffin. There's gonna be something horrible in here, I just know it. Okay, okay. Deep breaths. Here we go. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, cannot believe I was scared for something like that.
What do you mean nobody? We were expecting someone to be in there.
It's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime.
Huh?
Well, just like Seven said, there's no one in there. There is something in there, though. Well, two somethings, actually. What is that? Hey, Neptune! And my shield. Looks like we're gonna play with an emblem on it, and...
The Neptune key! Yes, we finally found it! Now we can get through the hallway.
That's correct, Clover, but we do need to get out of this room first, you know.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get the hell out of here as quickly as possible.
I don't have any objections to that. I don't think we'll lose the Neptune key in this room. It's really important, though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As for the other thing goes... Coffin emblem. Alright, bring on your supposedly hardest puzzle yet. This is the fourth one. This puzzle looks a lot like the last couple.
I think this is probably the last one.
Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Alright, I'm gonna solve it in no time. 8 and 9. So I need to make 17 and 18. Or 8 and 9, or... Well, I can't make 8 and 9 because I've not got the use of 1 and 3. I've got to make 17 and 18. Oh, no, wait, no, I don't. Combination will not open the door. Shit. Because that makes 18, that's why. Oh no, that makes... My logic is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this. You see, there aren't enough things to actually... What the hell am I meant to do here? Because I don't have enough numbers to put 3... 5, 9, 10, 11, 19, 20, 20... This is how we all leave. Oh, where did that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard?
Way to go, Junpei! You answered all the questions!
Damn, Junpei, good job! I didn't actually need the number 9 square root. I could just leave. Hey, did you hear something just now? Oh yes, I think I heard that as well. From the bottom of the left corner of the desk, I believe. You mean the drawer?
A picture? What the hell is this? This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters.
Well, that makes sense.
He had the zero bracelet on his left arm. And this second man with the glasses and a doctor's coat.
That's the 9th man.
He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit.
That's Ace.
Oh man, that's Ace. Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture? Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too. And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair. He looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
Back?
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
What do you think I meant when I said back, you fucking idiot? Okay, Snake, calm down. There's no need.
Huh. Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. Huh. Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be.
Like we've seen this before.
Why? Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm?
Because we've been here, and he burned alive for it before.
It's like I already knew.
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Snake's like, I see everything. This is a different timeline, isn't it, Junpei? Wait, what are you talking about, Snake?
He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you.
Zero probably would have blown you up, though, so swings and roundabouts,
If
Clover.
I told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Remember, Seven. Remember what you were born to do.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it. Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary project. Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
What?
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other three are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man. And Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
Snake's like, I've already told him all of this, Seven.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, that feels like a good time to put a cut in this episode. No, I'm joking.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, all right?
Short version, huh? All right, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though. I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, because I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. My investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with a gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
So this is pretty much the exact same story that he told us when we went down. The ending where we all died by a yellow submarine.
I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too.
And no, I can't stop making that reference.
Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one will find you for a week. Not what you want. The fish here would love a meal.
I kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle. A drug. That was my last thought.
That was the shit. Because didn't they make, like, drugs that knock people out or something like that?
My face hit cold concrete. I was out of light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy.
I mean, a room to yourself is pretty private.
I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open.
There's not actually a handle on this side of the door by the looks of it. Unless the panel thing across the middle's like a handle.
Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. Huh. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice.
There's over, it's 9.
The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying.
That's people that have found the 9 door.
But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. There it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch?
It was at this point that Seven had passed the biggest shit you'd ever seen.
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside. The first bit or so was tight. I had a wriggle on my belly. It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then, there was a voice.
Not 9 minutes.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices.
It's hard to tell because of how quiet my TV is. That sounds like June.
A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top. There had to be about 9 walls, all the same size.
He's remembering this in a lot more detail than he did in the other one, so...
Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were, the kids I'd been searching for.
Yep, well, there's definitely Snake, Santa, and Akane there. Possibly. Is that a snake? No, it's not Snake. Is that Santa? Can't be. Why would he and Akane be in the same one? Maybe I'm assuming too many things.
They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent. For the moment, from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Hi, Santa!
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kinda cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as I could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done.
I figured he'd done something like that. Because I don't think the toilet chain handle was quite long enough.
Alright, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off.
There's only 8 of you now.
There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
And what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we don't have time for this.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. First one I pulled on was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here?
God, Ace, could you be any fucking creepier?
Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
There's always something we can rely on Santa for, is to sass everyone else.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No! No!
Sorry, why did you want to burn these kids alive? Just out of curiosity, what do you gain from killing all of these children?
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You could have thrown it back down.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in a raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me. No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Marty nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall.
A dead or a red?
Plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there?
Yeah, that's not good.
Perspective.
That meant we better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. The other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. Up and up and up. Feet pounding the steps. Our arms pumping fast. Round, round, round. The devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Yeah, I thought they'd have put them in... I thought they'd have split up the brother and sister and put them one in Test Q or whatever they called it, and one in this one.
Akane. That's strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. So did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
You turned to go. Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket, the girl with the ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? Got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. The boy.
I'm going with you.
God damn it, Snake.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
I'm terrified at what I'm about to see.
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
Akane!
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. Then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But...
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
I started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, all right? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared!
right. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise.
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door.
I will admit, this is fucking heartbreaking to watch.
Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
What happened then?
Do you really need to ask, Junpei?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something... burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
All that was left was a bracelet, I assume.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
Yep, that's our Akane.
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective. Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q.
Yeah, which is... Why, if Akane was his sister, why was she at the same building as him if they'd split Snake and Clover up?
I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Well, I guess I believe you. All right, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother. But I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother?
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like, a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Come on, man, what kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, alright? Cut me some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project.
Bar Ace, but we already know that Ace... Well, I'm saying that we know that, but... Ace could have also tried to kill him... I don't know, 'cause the other 2 are already dead because they were part of the Nonary project?
Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant.
Yeah, because we'd have always thought that that was Snake and that Ace had tried to kill Snake.
Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonary project.
In other words, Ace.
What?
Oh yeah, we're sinking, aren't we?
What the hell's going on here?
I forgot about that plot device.
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit.
If not, well, we're fucked.
Come on, let's go.
New materials, but yeah, I don't care. Keycard 0. 0, 0. Damn it, Zero's just screwing with us, isn't he? Here's the door. Swipe the keycard, and we're open.
Junpei, look! It's unlocked!
Yeah! Now we can just go back to the library. Hurry up, Junpei, we don't have the time. Let's go. Alright, let's go. I feel like I mashed through that animation. I found a thing!
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
Seek a way out again.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card, too. Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know. All right, it's open. Let's go. Okay, Neptune Key, let's see if you work. Yes! I think it unlocked. It says incinerator.
Oh god, here we go with this shit again.
So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it. Let's go. What the hell is going on? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Do they look okay?
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Oh Christ. Ace, what have you done?
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine.
And I'm sure you've told me this before, and then you died and disappeared.
You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
They? Ace and Lotus?
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Ace.
And we're here again! Hi, Lotus! It's nice to see that keeps happening.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals? You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that,
Meta knowledge.
Good question.
Yep, how do we know that?
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go.
I like how the game's just like, yeah, we know. You played the other route, you know.
First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this,
The Ninth Man's bracelet.
9.
The Ninth Man. Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is. What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening? One more time. Now open! No! What is this? Why? That digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Error?
Now! No! Oh.
I feel like you deserve that.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat. 9 years ago? Then you must be... Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted.
I believe Ace explained this to us in the previous ending as well.
You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test.
You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in.
Yeah, we established this beforehand as well.
9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say... Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new.
I got some sick new clothes while I was down here as well.
Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took, and then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote.
Yeah, I'm make no apologies for that.
But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate, but what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why?
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1, there are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship.
Which he clearly didn't do.
To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please.
Zero.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap, and I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki.
But he's not admitting to being Zero, I'm assuming.
I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero.
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
June is Zero!
But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said, all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
June's not there anymore, I assume is what Seven's saying.
Seven! What the hell is going on?
I don't know, I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the nonary project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon.
Morphogenetic theory. Or morphogenetic fields.
And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic.
Which is what I'm saying. If they were sending it to their brothers and sisters, it makes no sense for Akane to be here. On the Gigantic. Where Santa was.
The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed in the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't.
Okay, thanks, Santa. Yep, fourth wall. Doesn't exist.
How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's